Yes, party people, welcome to Groove Conversations with your man Martin G. Hope you're all keeping well, looking after yourself. We're coming to that time of the year where it's not my favourite time of the year, it's the dark time of the year. So it's coming into autumn, shall I say. And that's when you wake up, it's dark, you go to work, it's dark, you come home from work, it's dark. Not much daytime, or daylight, shall I say. But you know what? It doesn't matter, man. We still do our thing and we can still do it good. So like I always say, if you like what you see, click like, share, subscribe, get on down with Groove Conversations with your man Martin G, because it's all about big things, and big things is what I deal with. So listen, so we got a bit of a different video for you today. So today I'm going to present to you an interview that I did with DJ Moe Love. Now DJ Moe Love, he's from a group called Ultramagnetic MC'S. That's this group here. Now, Ultramagnetic MC'S. Now, I did a little video, or I shouted them on one of my videos, one of my early videos that I'd done. It was a vinyl tag video of 2025. Here's a little reminder of it. Check this out. A run of 3 great singles. Right, okay. Listen, hip hop again, yeah? So, Ultramagnetic MC'S, yeah? So, they had an album called Critical Beatdown, but before the album came out, you had Ego Tripping, yeah, you had that. After that came out Travelling at the Speed of Thought, came after that. And then last but not least, and this is before their album came out, yeah, you had Funky. That came out as well, yeah, right? And Ultramagnetic MC'S, yeah, right now, let me tell you something about Ultramagnetic MC'S themselves, yeah, that like, when it comes to their music, when it came to their rhyme style, they were a little bit more advanced than what artists were of that time, yeah? And you know, the annoying thing about when the album come out, now, I got the album as a Christmas present in 1988, right? And I still play that record, I play that record out with me whenever I go out and DJ, yeah? And I'll play that record out. But when the album came out, I didn't have all of those 12-inch singles, yeah? But the album came out and it had Ego Tripping and Funky on there and Travelling at the Speed of Thought. But it's not the versions that you get on the 12-inch single, yeah? So it means you have to go out and buy it, yeah? And also, there's tracks on those 12-inch singles that you ain't going to find on the album, yeah? Well, I think they've done some reissues since then where they've added them as bonus tracks. Do you know what I mean? Just as a nod, yeah, I want to shout the B-side, yeah, of this track. Mentally Mad, yeah, that's a banging track as well, man. But a run of 3 great singles, Ultramagnetic MC'S, Ego Tripping, Travelling at the Speed of Thought, and Funky. Right, okay, so I think you get the idea. I'm an Ultramagnetic MC'S fan, if you don't know about that. Well, I'm a hip-hop fan. The Ultramagnetic MC'S, they're in my top 5. They're one of my top 5 groups of all time when it comes to, like, hip-hop music, yeah? So, listen, so Ultramagnetic MC'S, so let's talk about this. So, Moe Love is from this group, Ultramagnetic MC'S. In fact, it is this fella right here. Get a good look at that. That's him right there, okay? Now, this is my album, Critical Beatdown. My original copy of Critical Beatdown that I got as a Christmas present back in 1988. I play this out all the time. It's still in half decent nick. And you know what? Listen, any hip-hop fan will know that this is a quality album. This is just one of those albums that's definitely in, I think, in top 10 of all hip-hop albums of all time. So anyway, Ultramagnetic MC'S. Now, you might not know who Ultramagnetic MC'S are, but you do know who Ultramagnetic MC'S are. So let me just give you a little like lesson on this. So let's start with this group. Prodigy, yes, Prodigy. That had the late great Keith Flint, Maxim Reality, Liam Howlett, and they got the other fella that I can't remember his name. But listen, you know that group from Essex, yeah, that made a lot of big dance records back in the 90s. Now, this is their second album, The Prodigy Experience. And it's got tracks on there, you know, as Jericho, Wind It Up, Charlie, of course, Rough in the Jungle Business, bunch of records on here. Now listen, now what's the link between Prodigy and Ultramagnetic MC'S? So let me tell you. Now, on this record, you've got a track called Outer Space. Outer Space samples a lyric from the title track of this album, Critical Beatdown. Have a listen and you'll see what I'm talking about.
groove. I'm on top and happy to prove to whack MCs who claim to be better than. No way, I'm frankly more clever than all of you. Each and every one, my son. Pay close attention. I'll take your brain to another dimension.
Right, okay, so that's one. Also, with Prodigy, we've got this album, Fat of the Land. Now you know this album. You've got Breathe on here, you've got Firestarter, Fuel My Fire, and you've got the track on there, Narayan, that he done with Crispian Mills from Cooler Shaker as well. But listen, there's also another track on here that samples Ultramagnetic MC'S. That track is called Smack My Bitch Up, yeah? And the track that they sample on here is a track called Give the Drummer Some. Have a listen.
Get swift, then drift off and do my own thing. Switch up, change my pitch up, smack my bitch up like a pimp. Now
you know what I'm talking about, yeah? You might not know who Ultramagnetic MC'S are, but you know who Ultramagnetic MC'S are. And you gotta give props to them because of what they've done in big pop culture. So, let me just get on to this now. So, the interview that I had, now I've gotta give you a little rundown on this. So, Moe Love was the tour DJ with JVC Force when they came and done a little European tour last month, or back in September. So, I prepared myself to interview B-Rock, B-Love and AJ Rock, yeah? Now, as well as Moe Love as well, I thought I was going to be interviewing all three of them. But listen, I've got to big up DJ Random, Blade and Prick Kelsey. They introduced me to Moe Love, and I asked Moe Love, would he give me a time to have a little interview with him? And I have to say, I was not prepared, but listen, being an Ultramagnetic MC'S fan, I can find some things to talk about with him. And so I had a moment with him where I had a little chat with him, and you know what? It was beautiful, man. So listen, and big up to Moe Love because he gave me time, which he didn't have to do, but he was so gracious, he was polite, blessed, man. You know what? So listen, enough chatting, have a little listen to this, check this out, see what you think, check it out, alright? Yes, welcome to Groove Conversations with Martin G. Now listen, I know you're used to seeing me going around to record shops, digging for records and all that, but listen man, I've had a moment, yeah, where I've got a chance to interview a real legend, just get a brief little moment with this legend. So right now, in fact, you know what, I'm not going to tell you who the person is, I'd like the person to introduce himself, yeah? So please tell the people who you are.
Moe Love of the Ultramagnetic MC'S.
Yes, you heard that. Moe Love from the
DJ Moe Love.
DJ Moe Love from the Ultramagnetic MC'S. That's right. Moe Love is on the mix, Moe Love. Yeah. Listen, first off, I want to say thank you for giving me the time so I can speak to you. Yeah. Now, I have to admit, I didn't think that I was going to get this moment with you, yeah? So please bear with me on this, yeah? So, listen, first off, how are you? How are you doing?
Just maintaining. You know, just got out here like a couple of days ago. And I'm getting ready to do a show tonight.
Okay. So, I've got to ask you, yeah? So, how is it, yeah, that you managed to get this moment with JVC Force? How did you get this?
Well, my man, Mark Davis, he's the one that put this one together. I actually met these brothers like about a couple of months ago. But I met them, they don't know, I met them years ago when they were on B-Boy Records.
Okay.
I was with Scholar Rock when they was in the office, and it was very briefly I seen them, and that was it.
Okay.
And this was back in '88.
Yes, yeah. So I'm going to ask you about that because so I know the connection with B-Boy Records. So Said G, he done, so it's famed that the drums, I think it was from Poetry,
yeah.
I think. Yeah. He made the drums for Poetry, I think, if I remember, or a lot of the stuff on the Criminal Minded album.
I think he produced the album and anything. I heard he did like about the whole album, just after 2 songs or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, he did Criminal Minded and all that stuff. The only song he didn't do was South Bronx, and he didn't do that one.
No. Okay. All right. Okay. So tell me, man. Like, so as a DJ yourself, yeah. So, what was your inspiration as a DJ? So, what made you want to start digging in the crates and start buying records and start getting busy on turntables?
Well, it was the music itself. You know, I used to go to the Bronx when I was a little kid, and I used to stay at St. G's house, and used to have people playing music in the park and all that stuff. But I was too young to go outside. I was still like a little kid.
How old would you say?
I'd say about 6 years old.
Okay.
It was 6, 7 or something like that. But they used to play a lot of music in the Bronx, out in the parks and everything. You had like a lot of DJs, like Kool Herc and Van Bada.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you manage to? So I've got to ask, man, because did you manage to see any of those guys like in that time? And I know
I was too young.
Okay.
I couldn't go outside. You know, a 6-year-old kid going to a party. And
No, of course not.
No. But I love the music in general. So I like the music they were playing. Plus, they were playing stuff that you never heard, like in Brooklyn. I'm originally from Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was just there at night at Sentinel House with Seth, was my cousin. So they were playing a lot of break beats and all that stuff. I was influenced by the music, the way people dressed in the Bronx. They had a different swag compared to people in Brooklyn.
Okay.
All right, we had DJs in Brooklyn. We had Grandmaster Flowers.
Yeah.
But Flowers never played breakbeats. I don't recall him playing that, but he did play disco music.
Okay.
He used to play disco music around where I lived at, in Fort Greene. I live in downtown Brooklyn, Fort Greene, between Myrtle and Willoughby. So over there was like, I live right by the park, where they used to have parties at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So please tell me, how did you link up with Ultramagnetic MC'S? Like, how did you link up with those guys? Could you tell me like the story of how you got with those guys and how you all formed, please?
Well, I mean, the person that got me in the group of Ultramagnetic MC'S was Keyboard Money Mike. He was the one that looked out.
Okay.
Because what happened, Sad was doing his own thing and then Keith was doing their thing, and they were recording in my cousin's house. And what happened, they said, you know what, you should do a record. And they did a record together, and it sounded real good. And it was called Space Groove or something like that.
What year was that? Can you remember?
I think 84, 85, I think it was 84.
Okay.
And it was a record called Space Groove. And they did it together, and everyone liked it. And so they said, why don't you form a group together, you and Keith? And they said, all right, we're going to form something. And then the next thing, they were doing stuff together, did songs together. And then someone said, y'all guys need to get a DJ. And what I had a female DJ group named CC and Antoinette. And what happened, me and CC and Antoinette, they didn't take the music seriously. So Keyboard Money Mike noticed that. So he told Sad and them, how about you get Moe Love to DJ for you? And that's what happened. Like, that's how I got into the group.
Okay, and how old was you that time?
I was about probably 19, 17, no, 18 or 19.
Okay.
I was fresh out of high school. Just getting out of high school.
Okay, right. So, listen, I can't talk to you, Ultramagnetic MC'S, and not mention Critical Beatdown. I can't not talk to you and not mention that album.
Oh yeah, that's a classic album.
Okay, because there's a lot of tracks on that album, right? Yeah. Was there right? Okay, you know what? Let's just take it back a little bit. Let's talk about ego tripping. Yeah. Let's talk about ego tripping. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Let's talk about ego tripping.
Yeah, let's talk about ego tripping, man. Come on, what's your memories of ego tripping? I mean, I can tell you the effect it had on me over here.
Yeah.
But let's talk about your like what you remember of like the process of making that track.
was something that we did all together as a group. You know, it was me, Sad, Keith, and TR Love, and the helps of Paul C.
Yeah.
Yeah, he helped out a lot on that album.
Okay.
He did get the drummer some.
That's right.
He
Yeah.
actually produced that. And he actually did yeah. I think we're gonna have to lock this door because too many people coming in while we're doing the interview. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so what was the topic you just mentioned about the critical beatdown?
Right, so no, I just because you men have done too many jams, man, that I can't just not talk about, yeah.
Yeah.
So ego tripping, because listen,
Yeah.
and I'm sure you.
Alright, the Eagle Tripping, we did that in '86.
Okay, yeah,
That came out in '86. The album came out in '88.
that's right.
Eagle Tripping came out in '86. That was the time when MC Shan came out with The Bridge and Eric B. Rakim came out with their single. So we was like, you know what, we gotta come out with something strong, like what they got out. So that's when we did Eagle Tripping.
Yeah.
And that was you could say the summer of '86.
Okay.
And then when we did that, I said, this is gonna be a hit. I knew off the
You
top.
believe that?
I believe it was gonna be a hit because we had another record before that called "To Give You Love," and that song it wasn't doing too good. But once we did Eagle Tripping, I said this is gonna be a hit. Because what happened, I used to go to all the parties like they had in the city, like Latin Quarters or Union Square.
Yeah.
So me and my friends would come out there with a big radio, and we would just play Eagle Tripping for like an hour. And we had people just bopping their head, dancing to it. You know, you never heard the record before. So I said, this is something, we got something here, right here. Because this record's not even out. No one is not even playing it. But we the only ones that got the copy of it. We playing it in the streets. We was getting good reviews. It was one time me and Keith, we came out to Latin Quarters and played the record. And Keith said, these people never heard this record before, but they dancing to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they dancing to it. So I said, we got something going on. And after that, Red started playing it, because Red loved the record. And it came to be an anthem out there. People used to get their ass whipped when he played Eagle Tripping.
You don't understand. Listen, let me.
Because people used to get so hyped. And people be jumping around and dancing, and you got the posses running around, snatching people gold chains.
Right, okay.
It was a hard record. It came to the point that Red Alert couldn't play the record. You know.
Like, so let me tell you what my feeling was when I first heard that record. Yeah, 'cause I was in school, so I would have been about 14 years old when that record came out.
You was 14.
Yeah, at that time I was. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it's like there wasn't anything that sounded like it. So obviously you had the raw sample. You know what I mean? Which, because you know, obviously the music.
Yeah.
How the music was back then, but like the rhyme flows in it, like Keith and said, you know what I mean? It was totally different, and it was just raw, you know what I mean? And that beat, you can't just help, like when you hear that beat, as you well know, you can't help but to just, you get that face on,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, well, you know what I mean, because you made that, man, but...
Yeah, but it was actually a sample, you know, it was Melvin Bass.
Yeah, synthetic substitution.
Substitution.
Yeah, listen, man.
And that was a hard drums on there, so, you know, I said, we got something here, you know, because I got that from the Ultimate Breakbeats. You know?
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you'd be hard, but have you got an original copy of that 7-inch?
Yeah, I do. The 12-inch, somewhere in there.
Okay. Right, so.
And you can put the pause and
Oh, right, okay.
Here you go, right here.
Okay.
Here you go, right here.
Right. Okay. So that's an original Ultimate Breaks and Beats. That's the original.
This is the one we use.
That's the original?
That's the one we use.
Oh, man, really?
Yeah. You can tell it's been through hell and shit.
Oh, man.
And look at that.
People, man.
Get up and dance and shack up is on the other side.
Man, this is, look, I'm sorry, man, but this is like memorabilia here, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like Michael Jackson's glove, or like something to do with it. This is proper memorabilia here, man. If you don't understand Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man, thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, I'm gonna talk, like, just one other track I want to talk about before Critical Beatdown came out, yeah? That you done. Funky.
Something that Keith brought to the table.
Okay.
That was our third single, because we had another single.
That's Traveling the Speed of Thought. That was your second single.
We had MC Ultra, part 2. Yeah, Traveling the Speed of Thought.
Traveling the Speed of Thought. So that's the B-side.
The B-side, yeah. And after that, we came out with the Funky and stuff. But that was something that Keith came up with. He had the original record.
Okay.
What happened?
B-Love just entered the building. You know what I mean?
We didn't know. Gotta go to the bathroom.
That's all right.
Yeah. We had, we was talking about,
Funky.
Alright, that's something that Keith put together with, said, he found an old Joe Crocker.
Yeah. Is that AJ the Slayer?
Yeah.
There's a lot of UK legends in the building, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But we had, we was talking about Funky. Like I said, that was something that Keith found. He found that going through his father's records and stuff. Mm-hmm. And he was like, oh, Seth, we should sample this record right here. And it was the Joe Crocker, Woman to Woman.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. And that was a record, I never even heard it before until Keith played it for me. Then the next thing, I'm looking at Saturday Night Live. I don't know if you ever seen Saturday Night Live.
I know the program Saturday Night Live. I know it,
yeah. Joe Crocker singing the record with some girls.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's when you knew?
No, I seen it like a couple months later.
Okay.
I seen him perform on Saturday Night Live, Joe Crocker.
Okay.
He did Woman to Woman with some black girls on stage.
Okay.
Yeah. Solid. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so we was talking about Joe Crocker.
Yeah, Woman to Woman.
Yeah.
Funky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Woman to Woman. That was on his greatest hits album, something else he did. He had an album out before. I'd never seen the album before. But I seen the greatest hits album with Woman to Woman.
But funnily enough, I do have that on 7-inch, that record. I do.
Yeah.
But
and then I added some stuff. I added on Catch the Groove on
Catch the Groove.
I mixed it on there.
Yeah.
Mashed it on there, like a little break and stuff.
I still think you man's use that sample better, man, than someone else who's used that on a famous.
Yeah.
I personally think. You know what I mean? Like personally speaking. You know what I mean?
That record was a big record in the Bronx. They used to play. That was on Super Disco breaks.
Yes.
Catch the Groove and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's the big B-boy anthem.
Yeah,
that track.
that was the record that everyone used to play in the Bronx and stuff. People used to break dance and all that. People used to rhyme on it. You had MC Shaw Rock and Debbie D and all them used to rhyme on that stuff,
Okay. One last record I'm going to talk about on Critical Beatdown, which I don't think a lot of people talk about this record, right? But I have to mention it. It's a personal favourite of mine. Break North.
From the Civic Center in Boston, Massachusetts, the world famous Ultramagnetic MC'S coming on. Rocking for a standing room, only trying to reach 5,008,009. What? I got a radio, small and yet portable, comfortable with the sound and audio kicking, hi-hats just ticking, spicy lyrics and words finger licking, good, but you know I could, beat on steel, break tons of wood, down with the funky sound, square mix up, the record is round and turning, for the million I'm earning, shock the rhythm and just keep learning, this, that is supposed to, grab your ear and have it move close to the speakers, so you hear me clearly, I'm out, yes, to jam it severely, you're very far and not yet nearly expressing them, but you're messing them up, your bummy rhymes, I'm dressing them up for the battling, like a snake I'm rattling, the red ball with the wooden piece battling, MCs, stop the perpetrators, and step off, release the mic and break north.
Oh yeah, that was something
Right. Let me tell you my story of Break North of why I love that record, right?
Okay.
So, I had dreams of being an MC, right? And so back then, like I got a brother who digs in the crates, and like back then we used to do a lot of like, we used to call them session tapes. Get a tape, 2 turntables, get breaks and just freestyle lyrics, yeah? And so he used to cut up Fly Like an Eagle by Steve Miller.
That's where it came from.
Right? He used to cut that beat.
A lot of people didn't never knew that.
So there used to be a show that a DJ over here called Dave Pearce used to do called Fresh Start to the Week on Radio London. And he like played that record, Break North. And like, I remember like just hearing that beat and just hitting like, Fly Like an Eagle, that's what that is. And it's like, nobody don't get that. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, that, and the track is just wicked anyway.
Yeah.
Like that track, man, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, please tell me your memories of that track of putting that together, please.
Yeah, that was said. I guess heard the record and he chopped it up and everything, and we decided to use it. Here you go, right here. This is what we use.
Yes, yeah.
Here you go, the original record.
Yeah. Oh man.
This is what we use Break North from. This is the record we use.
Yeah, that's
the original record right here. And this is the record that came on. You know, I bought this years ago. I love this song, Fly Like an Eagle.
Yeah, that's a great track as well. That's a beautiful track.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, another track of Steve Miller's I like is that Macho City, if you don't know that one, you know what I mean?
Steve
but,
Miller,
yeah. But listen, I'll tell you what, so the last question, because like, you know, I know you're a busy man, yeah? So what's your future plans? Like, you anything coming up, any gigs coming up that you want to talk about, or any music that you're going to be releasing?
Well, once I get back into the United States, I'm going back to my roots of bringing my old group back together.
Okay.
And it will be the Slaughterhouse Cartel.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is something I came out with like about the year 2000.
Okay.
But it's gonna be me and my man Big D. Big D has an album out right now with Easy Mo B. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if you know about Easy Mo B.
Easy Mo B, yeah, of course, man. Like, rapping is fundamental.
Yeah, but you know he has an album out, Easy Mo B.
What, at the moment?
Yeah, he has an album.
No, I did not know. I didn't know that.
It's called Easy Mo B and Big D. They did an album together. It just came out about 4 years ago.
Okay.
But me and Big D, we're gonna form our Slaughterhouse Cartel with 2 other rappers and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's gonna be rappers that you'll know from the underground.
Okay. Isn't it Slaughterhouse Cartel? Please remind me who the MCs are.
What?
Of the other MCs on Slaughterhouse Cartel.
Well, it was a guy named Real. I don't know where he at. We had a female rapper in the group, Diabolique. I don't know where she's at. They're all from the Bronx. And we had another rapper named K. Sid. But he moved out to Richmond, Virginia, I believe.
Okay.
In the South. And I spoke to him about, we formed Slaughterhouse Cartel. And he was like, seemed like he wasn't interested, His mind was on something else,
Okay.
He's not into rap no more. He just gave up on it. So I guess he got into bodybuilding and all that stuff. I said, we could do it one more time, just get the thing on. He was like, nah, I'm alright. Like that. So I just left it alone. So I ain't gonna sweat him. And then I said, let me call him up one more time. And then he calls me, picks up the phone and say, it's a Wednesday. And he tells me to call him back next Tuesday. I said, you know what, I don't got time for that.
Fair enough, man.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna be kissing your ass just to get you on some new songs. So I said, you know, I'm gonna move on. It's me and Big D. I'm showing out. I'm gonna do all the production myself.
Okay.
You know, like I said, after that, I'm gonna it's gonna be the Slaughterhouse, and then I'm gonna do Digging in the Tits. I don't know if y'all heard this out.
No, I've not.
You know, heard this?
I've not heard this. No,
Yeah.
I haven't heard that.
Mm-hmm.
But
This is an instrumental album that I did. This came out like 3 years ago. I mean, about 5 years ago. And this is how it looks on the inside.
okay.
Oh, matter of fact, Prick, the guy was just sitting.
Yeah. I know.
He's the one that put the record out.
Right, I'm gonna have to get a copy of that.
Yeah, when you first doing the interview, say, "Yo, Prick, I never knew Moe Love had an album. Let me know that."
No, I'm gonna tap him up about that. Trust me, man.
Yeah.
Right, I'll tell you what. Listen.
But this is gonna be a part 2 to this right here.
Okay, you're gonna be a part 2 to that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Listen, Mo, I better get on my way and let you get on and do what you have to do, man. Listen, I just want to say thank you for giving me the time.
Oh, no,
yeah.
No,
and listen, and I just want to say this, yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
I always give people their flowers, man.
Okay.
Yeah, while I can, right.
While they can, right?
Yeah, man. Don't wait till their obituary.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
I tell them why it's here, man.
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank you for the memories. I want to thank you for the music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to thank you for what you've done and what you continue to do. Live long, my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stay strong and keep doing what it is that you do, man. You know what I mean? And all the power to you, man.
Yeah.
And listen, man. Again, thank you for giving me the time, man. And
Yeah,
love
no doubt.
to you, man. All right.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Listen, man. Listen, Groove Conversations, man. In chat with like DJ Moe Love from Ultramagnetic MC'S. Yeah. Listen, I'll catch up with you and I'll see you on the other side. See ya. Right, so there you see. Now, I've got to say, when I had that interview with him, I was not expecting him to drop memorabilia in my face. Like, you know, when you go to a Hard Rock Cafe and you might see like Michael Jackson's glove or the pick that Eric Clapton played, I Shot the Sheriff on or something. Yeah, he showed me actual records that he used for sampling some of those big tracks that we were talking about. And I did not see that one coming. But listen, I just need to say, yeah, big up to Moe Love again, man, because you know what? Like I said, he didn't have to pay me in his time, man. This scruffy little Herbert from East London, he didn't have to give me the time. But you know what? Big up to you for that, man. Much love to you for doing that, Moe Love, man. And again, I've got to shout out, man, like DJ Random, Blade, and Prick Kelsey as well for helping to make it happen as well. So listen, let me just say, so I hope you liked the interview. So tell me, man, put in the comments, man. Tell me what you think. Do you know about Ultramagnetic MC'S? What's your favourite tracks of Ultramagnetic MC'S? Was there anything in that interview that you heard that you liked? Yeah? Anything that you want to elaborate on or even ask me something about? Tell me some of your favourite Prodigy tracks as well. Bring in all the comments. I love it all. Just bring it in and I will get back to you. Yeah. So listen, like I say, if you like what you see, click like, share, subscribe. Get on down with Groove Conversations with your man Martin G. There is an interview that will be coming with JVC Force. Just got to hook that up and it'll be all good. So until next time, stay blessed, look after yourself, and until the next time, I say peace and one love. See ya.
Moe Love.